Hi guys, my name is Megan and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing this Rey inspired hair and makeup look from the new Star Wars Force Awakens. I saw it the day it came out and I absolutely loved it. I'm not going to be saying any kind of spoilers or anything here, so don't worry if you haven't seen it. But I think if you're looking for this tutorial, I'd say that you probably have seen it already. So like I said, I'm going to be doing this Rey inspired hair and makeup look. It is a very natural kind of no makeup look, and her hair is obviously her 3 buns that she has. So if you want to see how I did the hair and the makeup, then just keep on watching. So for this tutorial, I'm actually going to be starting off with my hair first, just so it is back and out of the way for when I do my makeup. So the first thing that you want to do for this hairstyle is basically just pull back your bangs. So just grab that top section of hair here, just basically where your fringe would be, and you want to get that up and then just tie it back with an elastic. So now you can do this any way you want to, but for me personally, I've tried it out like 2-3 different ways and I found this way works the best for me and I find it to be the easiest. So to create the 3 buns that Rey has on her hair, like I said, this is the easiest way for me, so this is how I'm showing you how to do it. I'm going to be starting with the bottom, working our way up to the buns. But what you want to do first of all is separate your hair into 3 sections. So I'm pulling back this first section just at the very top of my head. And I'm just going to be getting a tie and just tying it up and just holding it back so it is up out of the way, because like I said, I'm starting from the bottom of my hair and working upwards, and then we're just going to get the middle section, tying that one back up out of the way, and now I'm going to be starting with the bottom. I've turned around so I can show you guys obviously what I'm doing. So with this bottom section of hair, keep in mind it doesn't have to necessarily be neat or anything like that, because, you know, Rey's running around, I don't want to spoil too much, but, you know, running around kicking ass kind of thing, so her hair isn't going to stay perfectly neat all the time, and I just think that kind of the messier it is, the more it adds to the look. So what you're going to be doing is grabbing this bottom section of your hair, getting an elastic, tying it up like a ponytail, but before you actually make it into a full ponytail, you want to get the hair and pull it through, so you have a bun on the back of your head. Now again, this is the way that I found it easiest to do. I've tried it a couple of different ways, but again, this is the easiest for me to do. I'm going to be getting this leftover bit of hair at the bottom of the bun, separating it into 2 sections, and then just wrapping it around the hair tie to help cover the hair tie. And then just getting a couple bobby pins and securing that bit of hair. And then just kind of fluffing out the bun just a little bit. If you have any stray bits of hair, you can of course tie them up with the bobby pins. But that is essentially the first bun. Now going on to the second, we are basically just doing the same thing, pulling it back into a ponytail, and then pulling the hair through, getting the leftover hair again, separating it into 2 and wrapping it around. Grabbing some bobby pins, pin the loose bits of hair down. And now for the last one up at the top. And there you you go. You essentially have the 3 buns like Rey. Now coming back to the front, you just want to pull out a couple of bits of loose hair just to kind of have hanging down. Now I have obviously shaved the side of my head, so my bits of hair on the side aren't going to be exactly, you know, even lengthwise or anything like that, but you get the idea. Now for my makeup, I'm starting off with concealing my face, and I am using the Australis Go Camo Concealer. Now before going into any more of my foundation, I'm actually just about to take my piercings out for this tutorial, just so it looks a bit more real to character. Getting my foundation now, I'm obviously going to be applying that all over my face. And using a damp makeup sponge, I'm going to be blending that in. Now just grabbing my face powder, I'm going to be setting all of that. For my eyebrows, I just use a brown eyeshadow, and I'm going to be getting that and just filling in my brows. Now for my eyes, I am using this Models Prefer Shadows palette. It is the Matte Nudes palette. I'm going to be taking the colour Barely, which is a very light pink, basically skin tone colour, and I'm going to be putting that all over my eye, so my eyelids up to my eyebrow and also under my eye as well. Now Rey's makeup is basically the like no makeup kind of style, so I'm going to be using again matte colours because they help make it look more natural, and I'm using very nude tones. So getting a colour called Caramel, it's a very light brown. I'm going to be getting that and putting it in my crease and also on my lower lash line. Then using the fluffy end of the brush, I'm just going to be blending that out. Getting a colour called Blackness now. It's actually not black, it's a very deep dark brown. I'm going to be putting that on the outer third of my eye and then blending that up into my crease and my lower lash line. Getting a colour called Espresso, which is basically, I think should have been called Blackness, but it is a very black brown shade. I'm going to be getting a tiny bit of that and using that to line my upper lash line. I've decided to use eyeshadow to do that because it just makes it look a lot more soft and not as dominant as it would be if we used a liquid liner or a eyeliner pencil. That's all for the eyeshadow. I'm now going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara. Now going back to my face makeup, I'm just getting my bronzer and I'm going to be putting that in my cheeks, temples, forehead, nose, and on my chin. She's a lot more tanner than I am. Well, let's be honest, everyone's more tan than what I am, so I'm just going to be using that to make myself look a lot more bronzed. Last thing that I'm going to be doing is just getting a lip balm and putting that onto my lips because she doesn't really have anything on her lips at all. It's just natural looking. And this is all for my Force Awakens Star Wars Rey inspired makeup and hair. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe. Leave any comments, requests, questions down in the comment section below. If you'd like to contact me or follow me on any social media, links that are always down in the description. Hope you guys enjoyed it and I'll see you in the next video. Bye guys.